Hello everyone, welcome to my Megaman tutorial. As promised, in this part we'll be covering sliding. However, before we go to the sprites and objects, let's go to our room and make it more suitable for sliding. So we can place Megaman over here and place blocks where he can slide under. And that's it. Now we can go to the sprites, just create a new sprite here called sprite Megaman slide. And yeah, we actually want to subtract 18 from this height. Normally we would use 16. However, the bottom 2 pixels of Megaman's sliding animation are not checked for collision. They are sort of inside the ground. And because of that, we want to do 21 minus 18, which is 3. And if we compare this to Sprite Megaman stand, we actually want to use 10 here instead of 14. So that's the origin we want, 10 and 3. Now copy Sprite Megaman slide, place it over there, and got Sprite Megaman slide mask. Click modify mask, manual, and now we can mess around with it. For the bottom, just subtract 2, so 18, because once again the bottom 2 aren't checked for collision. For the top, we well, in total we want the height to be the vertical collision box to be 15 pixels tall, because Megaman should be able to slide under 16 by 16 blocks. We already subtracted 2 for this bottom here, so now we have 19. We want it to be 15, so 4 for the top. For the left, we sort of don't want this arm to be checked. Let's say a little more. 7, perfect. Or rather 6. 6 is great. And for the right, yeah, just leave it this way. Maybe subtract 2 or something. 25, there we go. And once again, color everything black. Alright, now that that's finished, we can go to Object Megaman, go to the Create event, and we're going to introduce a few new variables. We have slide speed, which is 2.5, and slide frames, which is 26. Slide speed is, well, as the name suggests, the speed at which we are sliding. It's the official value, I checked. And slide frames is the amount of frames that we are in the sliding animation before it automatically gets cancelled. That's also the official value, as far as I'm aware. Now here we want to add isSlide equals false. Are we currently sliding? Can move equals true. Can we currently move freely? And can sprite change also equals true, which is if we can change our sprites freely. Now move to the bottom here, and we're going to add sprite slide equals sprite Megaman slide. There we go. Now we can go to the step event, and we are going to adjust a few little things. Because of the can move and can sprite change variables we just introduced, we need to edit some code. I introduced these variables because when sliding you can't move freely. You're in this sliding position, and you also can't change your sprites freely. You are not supposed to have a walking sprite when sliding, for example. So for can move, we want to check this right here, and can move equals true. And the same goes for here. For this sprite index, we want if can sprite change equals true. I'm going to copy this because we are going to need it a lot. We also need it here. And also say here, and can move equals true. And here say if can sprite change equals true. So, and here is step So if can move equals true, then all of this is going to happen. And else, if can move is false, is step equals false as well. For sprite index here, once again, can sprite change. Here can sprite change. Oh, there we go. Here also, and can move equals true. Same goes for this. Here else if can move equals true. Your sprite index, once again, can sprite change equals true. Let's see, here we don't need anything. Shooting. I forgot about that one. Let me fix that. Here, can shoot equals true. Can we currently shoot? We also need that because we can't shoot when sliding. So let's go to shooting right here. And can shoot equals true. And here, right under this, says sprite slide equals sprite Megaman slide. We don't need to add it in either of these because we can't shoot when sliding anyway, so is shoot isn't really relevant. So just add it outside of these brackets. Now we can go to the actual sliding. First, if ground equals true, we can only slide on the ground. This is not Rockman for air sliding. And keyboard check VK down if you're holding down. And keyboard check pressed or Z. Z is the jump key I use. So if we're holding down and we press the jump key and we are on the ground and is slide equals false, if we're currently sliding this, then this shouldn't do anything. So is slide equals true. Sprite index equals sprite slide. And val equals slide speed times image x scale. So if we are holding, if we're sliding right, then we should also move right. Basic logic. Going to check a little thing here. Yeah, never mind. Alright, this is correct. And alarm 1 equals slide frames. Alarm 1 is going to stop the sliding. Now, here, if is slide equals true, so this is basically to initialize the sliding, and this is what to execute when actually sliding. Mask index equals sprite Megaman slide mask. We want to change the mask as well, else it's not really going to be useful. Sorry, capital M there. And if keyboard bracket here, if keyboard check VK left and image x scale equals 1, or keyboard check VK right and image x scale equals -1. So if we are sliding right and we're holding left, or if we're sliding left and we're holding right, the slide will be cancelled, which we're going to do in event user 0. Event user 0 is going to cancel the slide. We are going to need this multiple times, so we might as well put it in a user event. Is there anything I missed? I think this is it. Now here add else, so if we're not sliding, then mask index equals sprite Megaman mask, then return the mask to normal. And yeah, that's it. But I did forget a few things. Here an is slide, can move equals false, and can sprite change equals false. and can shoot equals false. We introduced these variables a while ago, so we might as well use them. Yeah. I'm going to copy this for convenience. In event user 0, this is going to be the slide cancelling. I copied it for this part. Can move is true, and sprite change is true, and can shoot is true. Of course, is slide equals false. Alarm 1 equals -1. We cancel the alarm. We don't need to automatically cancel the slide. If we already canceled the slide, it would be pretty useless. And actually, if we go to the step event again, just remove this and add it to event 0 as well. So mask index equals sprite Megaman mask. We may need more different types of masks later on, so this is a little more lenient. Now add alarm 1 event, and it's basically the same as event user 0. In alarm 1 we are going to execute event user 0 because it's just cancelling the slide. Sorry. Now jump cancelling. For jumping, first of all, I also want to check if we are not currently holding down. If we are holding down and jumping, we are supposed to slide, not jump. So that's the first thing. And here, if isSlide equals true, so if we are sliding, then cancel the slide. Once again, event user 0. And actually we're going to add it on top of this. Alright. I think it's time for testing. Not sure if I forgot anything, but oh yeah, I forgot to cancel it when in the air. Like here, Megaman will still continue his slide, which is kind of awkward. And the collision is also kind of bugged. And of course this, but I was going to get to that later. Yeah, also cancel it when in the air. So go to if isSlide is true again. Here add a new condition or ground equals false. Then the slide should cancel as well. Yep. Right, so now the slide cancels when not on the ground. And the collision was also kind of buggy. So we're going to look into that. Actually, it's because this part isn't really checked anymore. So we need to check that in isSlide equals true. So here, or image xscale equals 1 and place meeting x plus val plus 1 y object solid. So if there's a solid on the right of us and we are facing right, or sliding right, you could say, or image xscale is -1 and place meeting x plus val -1 y object solid. Right, now it should also cancel when at the wall. Alright. It now cancels automatically there. Well, that's still a problem. But I was going to get to that later anyway. Yeah, I think it's working fine aside from that one. So now, currently Megaman can't really slide under these blocks automatically. And it's been like that ever since Megaman 3, so we're going to do that here as well. Basically, alarm 1 should only do this if there's not a block above us. If it is, then just don't do anything yet until the block is free. So here let's say if not place meeting x y minus free object solid. So if there's if there's no solid above us, then we can cancel it. Else alarm1 equals 1. This basically makes sure that this check is executed the next frame as well, and it will end whenever there isn't a solid above us, and then it will cancel automatically. Let's see if this works. Yep, it works beautifully. Alright, but there's one thing. If you press the other direction while in here, instead of turning around, you actually become stuck. And you should be able to slide the other direction when that happens. So we're going to go here and say basically these two actions, the keyboard check VK left and the keyboard check VK right, are cancelling the slide when the opposite direction is pressed. However, this should only happen if there is not a solid above us, else we should switch directions. So here, and not place meeting x y minus 3 object solid, so if there's not a solid above us, or this and not place meeting x y minus 3 object solid. Okay. And here at else, if keyboard check VK right and image x scale equals -1 and place meeting x y minus 3 object solid. So if we are currently sliding left and we are pressing right when there is a solid above us, then we should switch sliding directions. So we say vel equals -vel, image x scale vel equals minus image x scale. And of course this should also apply to sliding right and holding left. So here say or keyboard check VK left and image x scale equals 1. So if we press left and we are sliding right and there's a solid above us. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, it works for the most part. You can do this. However, if you're pressing both directions at once, it will kind of glitch out. So we should add an extra check to that. So add an extra bracket here and add an extra bracket at the end. And not keyboard check VK right and keyboard check. So this basically makes sure that this won't happen when both directions are being held. Yeah, you will now just slide in the direction you were sliding when pressing both. Alright, but I think there's one more bug I'm going to see. Yeah, if you jump when doing this, you still get stuck. So how are you going to fix that? Well, it's not too hard, I think, but we're going to see. Going to say jumping. For jumping, add an extra check and not slide equals true and place meeting x y minus 3 object solid. So basically this this makes sure we can't jump when sliding and when there's a solid above us. Let's see if this works. Yep, we can't jump now anymore. We can still cancel our slide with a normal jump when there's not a block above us, but when there is, we can't do that. Alright. Yeah, I think sliding is done now. Seems to work pretty fine. Also, when you slide and you press jump while still holding down, you won't jump cancel, much like Megaman 4 and onwards. I personally prefer that way. You can spam slide more easily, so you can go faster. Yeah, it's a lot more convenient. So, this wraps it up for this part. Yeah, it's working pretty fine. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Next time we will be doing palette swapping. So when Megaman gets a special weapon, he will change colors depending on the weapon. We won't implement any actual weapons yet, we will just be doing the color swapping. It's going to be a bit harder than previous parts, or this part for that matter, but we'll get through it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.